AnimeOnLocation.tv. I'm here at Matsuricon 2013 with No Need for Bushido. How are you guys doing today?
Awesome. Tonight we are canceling the apocalypse.
How have things been going for you over the past year, and how has it taken a break from the comic and everything?
Well, I've been totally relaxing and have absolutely no responsibilities whatsoever for the last year, unlike my colleague.
I worked my butt off on a different project, but it actually paid me money, unlike my comic. But I'm back now, and everyone's welcome to come and read it for free.
Cool. And we were told the writing comes from a lot of television. Are there some new ideas in the works about what you're doing for, like, what would inspire you off the newer television series that have come out within the last 2-3 years?
Just general character interactions. We'll rip off from anything.
I don't have time to watch things anymore. No, I read a lot, so or rather listen to audiobooks because you can't read while you're drawing. But there's a lot of influence from popular fantasy series that I really like. Granted, there's not a lot of fantasy in No Need for Bushido itself, but some of the way the characters interact off of each other definitely pull some influence from that.
Which is good, and the artwork has influence from older Disney cartoons. Which one would be your most helpful and influence you guys so far in your writing and drawing of your comic?
Well, we totally need to incorporate more songs into No Need for Bushido.
And dancing. What was the question again?
So like any Disney shows or cartoons, the like Steamboat Willie or anything like that would really have, classical drawn style that would influence you guys in drawing No Need for Bushido and the writing as well.
I think currently the biggest influence actually isn't a Disney cartoon, but Avatar: The Last Airbender and Legend of Korra, which kind of pulls from the traditional animation in a way that we really find appealing.
And there's a lot of influence. You can say Legend of Korra, but I've been drawing influence from a lot of different sources for many years, especially older anime like Rurouni Kenshin and Bleach. I guess that's old now if you think about it. How'd that happen?
Yeah, and Kishin was also an influence as well. Was this just for the artwork or also for the storyline as well?
Well, it started out as a parody of Kenshin, so definitely a story influence there, although we did grow from those roots.
Yeah, Kenshin, I like that. Kenshin was one of our primary influences back in the day, although our comic has virtually nothing to do with that other than the fact that it has samurai in it at this point and a couple borrowed tropes like a guy with a huge sword. But it's really, our story influences from all over the place. Actually, one of the big things that have influenced the recent part of the comic is the mini-series Shogun, also based on the book Shogun by James Clavell. And we've got foreign characters from Europe, Portugal specifically, coming in to Japan with weapons, guns that haven't been in Japan before. So we're definitely, there's some Last Samurai influence from that and some Shogun influence from that. So yeah, that's one of the things that's definitely influencing us currently.
Guns always make politics more interesting.
Yeah, the Portuguese reference is a little obscure, but then when you think about their history, it would make sense for them to have gone, because they did go to the Southeast Asian area, so it would make sense to maybe travel up to Japan. So that's actually a good reference. I actually like that. That's pretty cool.
Well, it's historically accurate because that's Portugal is where the Japans got their weapons from to start. In the comic, I'm not going to go into the intricacies.
Stop spoiling
it.
All
right.
In over 10 years, how has the industry changed for you guys? I mean, going from the old days of going, please load my page, to now Flash is everywhere and goes completely bonkers and fast. So how has that changed for you guys trying to keep up with all of this new changing technology? And I mean, it's a short time frame from, 2003 to now 2013.
I don't know. It feels like ages to me. There's a lot more people in the industry. The quality of the comics have skyrocketed. So we're just trying to keep up with that, and it's very interesting to see what's coming out.
I'd love to see like our original website compared to the one we got now and the hierarchy of websites we've gone through over the years, because the one we got now, it's like mobile integrated. It's got all the instant messaging media connected to it. So anytime we post a page or we post a news thing, we can say, oh, post this to my Tumblr, to my Twitter. And it's just really cool. We can use a keyboard to navigate through the archive. The site changes sizes depending on the browser, depending on if you're a mobile device or on the web. So you got to keep up with that stuff, because if you don't, you got a website from 3 years ago. It's garbage. It's garbage compared to stuff now. So yeah, you really got to be on top of the tech. Thankfully, I have Joe, because I don't know any of it.
Well, and because of that, I heard you guys also did something really cool for Matsuricon, developing a mobile app. How was that working on that project for you guys?
Yeah, how was that, Joe?
Many sleepless nights, but it was definitely very exciting picking up this new technique, new information. I hope to incorporate that into No Need for Bushido in the future.
All right, cool. And future projects that you guys want to talk about for the rest of the year and going forward, and how can fans keep up with you guys via the good old internet?
Well, we've switched over to a new website, nn4b.com, nn4b.com, and really getting that comic up and running again is going to be our focus.
Yeah, we've got obviously the comic going, and we'd like to do other side projects. I know I want to do other side projects. Joe might be like, well, just keep working on the comic. But I'll attempt to do both. We're updating the comic twice a week now, so that's twice as much as we used to update it, which is once a week.
It's infinitely more than we updated last year.
Yeah, it's infinitely more. We're trying to play catch up, and also hopefully the biggest complaint we ever got about the comic was the update schedule. Update more. And so we're like, fine. And so now that's what we're going to do. And I certainly have an idea of a comic I'd like to do after No Need for Bushido, even though Joe rolls his eyes at that, because he's like, that's like 30 years in the future. I'm like, oh, well, maybe it won't be that long, but I'm not going to talk about all that right now.
Hey, and other than the website, any other great places like a Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, all those fun, great places people love to hang out on the internet?
You can get to both of our Twitter feeds from the website itself, and that's mainly that and Alex's Tumblr.
Yeah, my Tumblr, just look for Suburban Space Samurai. Suburban Samurai on Tumblr. That's me.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming out here to Matsuricon 2013 and talking with us here at AnimeLocation.tv. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. It's been fun.